Hello, today I want to explain the movements you need for the Fedin technique. I show you some throws first. That is a stop or pullback, don't know how it's called, where you only do something like then the same with half spin. It's very small motion. You can use different angles like that. And the third is no spin, but not with that technique. You go through. Okay. Now I have to change the camera position. First I want to say that I'm not a pupil of Fedin, but I now try to explain the Fedin technique. I had contact with friends of him here in the group that told me a lot of stuff about technique. I watched all his videos a lot of times and I practice a lot the technique, so if something is wrong or not good executed, no problem, that can be. You can tell me that, I have no problem with that. You have to use a quite short knife, not longer than 6 centimeters about, because you have to change your normal instinctive grip where the knife is fixed in the hand. You have to hold it very outside, that's a problem at the beginning. Practice it an hour a day, a few days, then it becomes normal. I never did something else since I changed that, because you now have an additional joint here that works together with the wrist. And only that complex here can do that. And that you use at the end of a throw. When you do, at the end comes that. Try that with your normal grip, you will have no success. Then you elbow faces to the ground, you stand sideways to the target. Elbow to the ground, hand is higher, and now move your arm forward and backward, then you will see that motion here, if you let it go, comes by itself. That's natural, logical, comfortable. Practice that, you can do throws with it. Close distance. See that motion. Fedin showed that wrong, then he showed that right. So, and then Fedin technique is the wave motion. That means the motion starts in the hip or in the legs, moves up in the arm, along the arm in the double joint, and then comes the throw. So you can do something like that. I showed at the beginning, try that at home. With your arm, will lame throw, no success. But that's not the way I did it. I did it like that. I begin in the hip, and that's like a wide outside, and then you have that really fast things. So you don't have to make a step, you don't have to make big motions. If you're a conventional thrower and you do something like overhand, then you can use that rotation, but a conventional thrower also wants to use his body, so he has to do steps to come to get more power. But here we use that turn here from the center of the body. You turn your upper body and the arm follows and is very fast outside, and then at the end, that motions come additional, so you're always faster, faster, faster. Look at that when you move behind. Now I start with my body. At the end, I pull my arm through, and then comes that all together. So practice that like that. Elbow to the ground, hand is higher. Now you lock your shoulder, not like that, but you don't move it. It moves a little, with a little delay. The arm follows like that. But not the shoulder, is the active joint here. It's from the hip. And outside happens the same. When you do that, it's the same. And now you're behind. Fedin means you pull, you pull, you pull, you pull. And then you behind. Now move your body. So that grip, again, you can't skip that grip. That's not possible without that. And if you want to do that thing, where you, if you try that, it's like an explosion. You, it's, Fedin shows that motion. Okay, that's very hard with no spin. I'm working on that at the moment. Fedin does it about 10 feet, then he switches always to half spin, and for half spin it's really very great. You can do it 15 feet is no problem with that. You use also your body, and you can use any angle. You can stand straight with the target and do only that jump. And it's super fast and unexpected if you see something standing like that, and then comes such a shooting throw. You can go that close to the target, sideways to the target, come from there down, everything possible. But that technique for no spin, I think you can't begin with that. Only very close, it's good when you do something like that. And then there you can learn the principle, and you can feel the speed you create with that here at the end. Okay, what did I forget? Grip, sidearm, that motions with the body. Pulling from behind, that means you go behind, then come. And the problem with the release point stays a problem forever, because if you're close to the distance, to the target, the release point is here, very normal, no problem. But if you walk back, the release point is more here beside you, but that changes not the technique. And that it's practicing. Always move back, rub the distances, like I told before. Okay, I think that's it so far. Try that. If I have forgotten something, you can ask me. And I put under the video one slow-mo. I posted it 2 times, but I posted again because there you can see how it works. What I mean with start with the body and pull the arm, and that's a big distance, not a big distance, about 18 feet. I don't know exactly. And it's that technique here. Okay, then have fun trying that.